be doing my speech on suicide prevention. According to Safe.org, which was copyrighted in 2003, and WebMD, which was copyrighted in 2005, suicide is the 10th leading cause in the U.S. for all ages. Just by knowing the warning signs and that there's prevention lines out there, we could save someone's life. Suicide happens to families every day that maybe if they would have known these things, we could have prevented it before it happened. One suicide happens every 13 minutes in the U.S. Some of the statistics, according to these two websites, is that depression for females is 2 times higher than the rate of men, and suicide in general is 4 times higher for males than females. Some of the warning signs, they may talk of killing themselves, no reason to live, being a burden to others, feeling trapped, or just unbearable pain. They may increase their use in alcohol and drugs. They may start by isolating themselves from friends and families, sleeping too much or too little. They may visit their loved ones by to say goodbye. Their aggression may rise. Their mood may change, their depression. They may start to feel depressed, have a loss of interest, their rage may skyrocket, and anxiety. There are many other warning signs than just those. It really kind of all depends on the person, but those are the main ones for the research that has been done for suicide. It is 100% preventable. Knowing these things could help save someone's life. The National Suicide Prevention Line number is 273-8255. They are available 24/7, and they also offer help in English and Spanish. That person may just need a family or friend to sit them down and explain to them that they are wanted, they are important in this world, they do have a purpose, things like that. If that doesn't help, there's always counseling, to get professional help, to try to see if they can help at all. There are millions of other prevention lines for help. I know there's some chat sites online where you can just kind of talk about it there, so you don't have to come out. But I think the best way to do that is to sit down with a family member, talk about that, and if that doesn't help, then I think counseling would be the best next step to prevent these things before they happen. There is also Project Semicolon, which is for suicide awareness. Many people just get the tattoo of a semicolon to represent the suicide awareness. Many people also do take action with that. Basically what that is saying is that it doesn't have to stop here and you can choose to keep going. Suicide is 100% preventable if we just knew the certain things to look for, and to actually sit down and how to sit down with that person and how to talk to them without making them feel uncomfortable and making them feel wanted. Many things can occur within a person's depression state, maybe even before they're thinking about suicide, or some people may actually reach out before they take action, or some people just isolate themselves so they don't have to deal with it anymore, and many people just think that they are not wanted in the world, and that there's no possible way they can go on living, things like that. So I think the best way to take on that action is to have someone that's very close to that person sit down and talk to them and tell them how much they are needed and how important they are. Me experiencing 2 or 3 suicides in the the last probably 3 months has definitely taken a toll, which is one of the reasons why I decided to do a speech on suicide. It does not have to end here. We just need to look for these things, especially if somebody that we know is starting to act weird. We need to start looking out for the warning signs. My stepfather shot himself about 8 years ago, and none of us seen it coming because we just simply didn't know what to look for. He did start to act a little different, but he was also an alcoholic. So maybe if we would have known these things, we could have prevented it ourselves. But we just didn't know. So unfortunately, he took his life. I just don't think it has to end. We all should choose to keep going. It may not be great right now, but it can always get better. So, yeah.